Are you developing SAP side-by-side extensions using Cloud Application Programming Model and find the transition from ABAP developer to CAP developer challenging? Hi, I am Sagar Talapragada, Senior Worldwide Specialist Solutions Architect specializing in SAP application modernization, and will show you how Amazon Q Developer can accelerate your CAP development journey. In the previous video, you saw Harsh talk about unit test generation using Amazon Q Developer. In this video, I'll walk you through an example on how Amazon Q Developer helps you build a CAP application from scratch, test it, and document it. I'm working in VS Code with Business Application Studio extension installed, and I have SSH'd into it. Don't worry, if you prefer working in Business Application Studio web version, you can follow along there as well. To get started, you will need to install Amazon Q Developer extension from the VS Code marketplace. So feel free to follow along with me. Let's dive in and build a vendor management application from the ground up. Let's click on CAP project. Hit start. Name it as vendor details CAP app. You can choose any name of your choice. I'm planning to deploy it in SQLite, so I'm just leaving these blank. Then Cloud Foundry MTI deployment, MTI access US service, and keeping it minimal and hitting it finish. So the project is open now, and it is pretty much empty with bare bones, nothing in the app folder, nothing in the DB folder, nothing in the SRV folder, and even the storyboard is looking empty. Now let's open Amazon Q Developer, and here is the prompt. Let me highlight how powerful Amazon Q Developer is by looking at this complex prompt. Notice how we are asking it to handle multiple tasks in a single instruction. We are not just creating an application, we are asking it to set up a complete CAP application structure, create a data model, generate sample CSV file, and annotations and service definitions. Handle SQLite deployment, data persistence, create tables, and what's interesting is we can even tell it what not to do, like skipping the UI creation, and it understands that. We are also setting up a workflow essentially by mentioning that we'll verify everything before we move to test cases and documentation. I'll press enter. And it is going through the directory listing. And it started creating the schema. As soon as it created schema, you can see that in the storyboard, the schema got updated, and it is trying to create the sample data creation. And I believe it realizes that the data needs to be created in the data folder as per the CAP standards. Yes, and it realized that it cannot create it. And it is asking me to create the folder under DB called data. This is the beauty of Amazon Q Developer. You can interact directly with your folder structure and the commands by just clicking on the run. Now it created the data folder under that and started creating the file as well, the data file. As soon as the file is created, we should have the data icon here. Now start creating the service definition as well. Service definition also, as you can see in the services area, and it is creating the detailed UI annotations as well. See how it is doing it as a workflow: data, service definition, UI annotations. Now I just need to hit run to deploy to the database. I don't need to go to any of the terminal, and after that it is even verifying whether it got deployed or not. It is trying to get the number of entries and all the 15 entries that it has saved. In a minute I'll show you the records, and it is trying to get the top 5 to make sure that they got indeed saved. Perfect. Create database schema, sample data, service definition, UN annotations, database deployment, and data verification as well. After that, it is even asking me to check the preview and after that it will proceed with the comprehensive test case and documentation, because that's what in the prompt, in the one single complex prompt, we mentioned that we want to see the preview, verify the model data and service, then only we will proceed with the test cases and the documentation. Now let's verify the data. Now it will go to the data editor. It created 15 entries. By the way, I haven't specified any data model, and the fields. All I just said is the vendor data. That's it. And it was able to come up with the model also. Here you can always chat and ask to add a new field, remove field, or change the field types, everything here in the QDeveloper chat. Now let's preview the application. I am entering CDS watch command and hit OK. So the preview is up and running. Before hitting the preview, I just want to check the metadata by clicking on metadata. And the metadata is quite comprehensive, as you can see, with the lengths. Then the UI annotations also, you can see they're pretty comprehensive. Now let me go back and check the vendor service. We pretty print it. See, this is the vendor service with all the 15 vendors that it has created. I can see all of them. Let me see the Fury preview. It's beautiful. Let me click on this, expand the contact information. So the beauty of the annotations that it came up with, segregating them properly. Let me see the search functionality. First, let me try with the vendor code. VEN003. Yeah, it was able to filter based on vendor code. Let me try searching with South word, and I'm expecting South Africa. Yes, perfect. So the entire search across the entries also working fine. Let me try to add one more filter for the currency and see how that is working. And let me filter all the entries that contains EU. I expect the ones that are in EUR show up. Yeah, perfect. Everything is working as expected. Here is a pro tip. If you encounter any errors along the way, simply copy and paste them into the chat. Amazon Q Developer will not only fix them, but also explain the root cause. Even better, you can upload screenshots of errors or configuration, and it will understand and troubleshoot them visually also. If there are any configurations, for example, which you do not want to type, just take a screenshot and put them here. For example, if you want to set up HANA Cloud instance, and this is one of the steps where you need to enter the password. But if you don't want to type it in Amazon Q Developer, all you can do is take a screenshot of it, and you can just drag and drop that image here and go back, click on pin context, click on image, and select the HANA instance image that you saw before. And you don't need to provide any prompt, just hit enter. It can read through the image and say that the issue is you need to set the password. It is as simple as that.